Hello, gorgeous souls. I hope this finds you well and happy on this Thursday, a bit earlier today, because a group of us are crystal babes. We're off to St. Albans to Philip Hermit's, the crystal healer, for a workshop on crystals for relationships. So, super excited. We're going off in about an hour's time. So, about to have my breakfast. And of course, always a delight to connect with you through the airways for your angel and crystal message. So the Enchanted Forest Oracle, let's see what your angel message is for you for today. So thank you, angels, for bringing forward a message for everyone for today. Thank you. Ooh, wants to be that one. We've got Hidden Waterfall. Again, it's interesting how many are being repeated, isn't it? Hidden Waterfall, create sacred space for peace and reflection. It's lovely, isn't it? We love a waterfall. My favourite place in the whole world, well, of all the places I've been to, is the waterfall in North Devon at Watersmeet. So if you know it, you know exactly what I mean. It's magical. It's not a big waterfall, but it's exquisite. So if you're visiting North Devon or you're visiting Exmoor over the summer, please go to Watersmeet. It's heavenly. Anyway, and St Nexton's Glen in Cornwall is just amazing, isn't it? Anyway, my darling ones, it's about your sacred space. Right, thank you. They're talking about having a sacred space for different events. For instance, when I'm teaching, we create sacred space for the course. I have sacred space in my home. You can visit sacred spaces, for instance, Stonehenge, Avebury, St Nectan's Glen. But if you're doing something that is important for you, and that can just be meditating, take time out for you, you can create sacred space simply for that purpose. So they're saying for you, for instance, even in an event, if you're going out for the day, if you're going with family, might be a celebration like a wedding or a graduation, you can set the intention that the space is a sacred space. Use words, set intention, maybe create a ritual, maybe create a crystal grid and write the name of the venue within the crystal grid so that you're creating that sacred space when you step into it. And it might be a project that you're doing. Maybe you go doing drumming, in which case the person leading the drumming will probably create sacred space. Maybe it's yoga that you go and do, and the person who facilitates the yoga also creates a sacred space for that session. But what they're saying for you, you can do it for yourself. Maybe you're having some friends over for dinner. What you can do before they arrive is create a sacred space so that when they step into it, they may not consciously be aware of it, but they'll feel the energy and they'll feel better for it. You can put intention into the sacred space. So for instance, if you wish your sacred space to be filled with love, create a sacred space with rose quartz, put love into it. If that sacred space is meant for healing, you can put that intention into it. This sacred space is for healing. If it's for enlightenment, for knowledge, when you know the purpose of what you want the sacred space to be, then you can put the intention into it as you create it. Now, you may think, why on earth do I need to create sacred space? And you don't need to. Every space has its own energy, doesn't it? You know when you go, for instance, if you're going into a church, how that feels. If you go into a hospital, how that feels. If you're going into a shopping mall, how that feels. So everything has its own space. But you can enhance the space by creating sacred space. If you like smudging, if you have Tibetan bells, a tuning fork, singing bowl, use that with intention to create the sacred space. Now the reason you do it is because what you're doing is elevating the space very quickly. And I may have told you this before. Some years ago, when my dear friend Annie and I were running Mind, Body, Spirit fairs here in Petersfield and in Midhurst, one time I turned up and hadn't got, the key didn't work. Had to call, what's the chappie, can't think of his name, caretaker, but it was some time before he came. So when he came, we rushed in, put all the tables and chairs out, and I hadn't created sacred space. We had a beautiful day, busy day, and our exhibitors at the end of the day were saying, oh, really busy day, but it just felt a bit flat. And I thought, oh, because I didn't get time to create sacred space before we started. So the following morning, I went extra early. The key worked fine. I stood in the entrance, created sacred space for the day. And our lovely John, the artist, was behind me and he said, Sue, that was beautiful. That day was completely magical. It was busy like the day before, but the energy was heightened. Everybody felt amazing. So that's the difference. When you create sacred space for a reason, with intention, it elevates the energy and lifts your vibration, and it lifts the vibration of everybody who steps into it. Anybody can create sacred space, so do it and feel the benefits. Now, this beautiful crystal is absolutely gorgeous, but I'm not very good at saying it. I believe it's shakadite, but I'm probably wrong. It's beautiful, isn't it? So it contains malachite, turquoise, chrysocolla, and adoyite. So really beautiful. This crystal in particular is fantastic for elevating you, for lifting your vibration. All these beautiful minerals are very much about our intuition and our connection with the unseen world, how we feel through our heart, what we're interpreting in our third eye, and what we're feeling psychically. It helps with the development of our intuitive and psychic abilities. So if you feel you're on the periphery with that and you're not sure how to take it to yourself to the next level, this is a beautiful crystal to work with. It marries the soul with the physical body, the mind and the emotions. So you can feel at one with yourself. You feel at one with the universe and your beautiful angels and guides. So this is a beautiful crystal to have. Now, if I want to spell it for you, I believe this is how you spell it. SHATTUCKITE. So have a look, because it's really beautiful. It's a beautiful, beautiful crystal to work with. So enjoy it, my darling ones. So I'm about to have my breakfast and we're going off to St. Albans. So excited. We're going to have a lovely, lovely day with Philip Hermit and crystals for relationships. So I may come home with a few new crystals. Who knows? I'm certainly coming home with crystals for my students. So really excited about that. I've got a great long list of crystals that I need to buy for them all. But my darling ones, whatever you are doing today, remember to be kind to yourself. Nurture yourself, cherish each other, and I wish you love, light and angel blessings, and have a wonderful day.